Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Just yesterday, I made a video on these, and I stated in that video that this would be a really good one with a clone, and somebody asked me a question about what I was talking about. Instead of just steering them to a new video or an old video on the clone tool, because this one I'd really like to see what it would look like. So I'm just going to start from scratch so we have the whole thing. I'm going to Control D and duplicate it, and then I'm going to double click on the rotation and move it to there, and I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees, and we get this shape. So I'm going to just fill that in with the Smart Fill tool. So this is part 2, and if you don't, if you think you're watching it again, you're not. But then I contoured it, either to the outside or inside, just a little bit, because I want that separation of lines. And normally I work in the center of the page, but this doesn't really matter. So now what I'm going to do, I don't have to break the contour apart. I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, and I'm going to go ahead and use that orange. And if you see, I have lines past there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to use the Interactive Fill tool, and we're going to be able to change it. And I think I went that away and put orange on both ends. And then we can put white in the middle. And to me, it kind of makes it look like a shiny piece of metal. And if you bring these closer together, it'll be kind of like that. Now what I'm going to do is go up to Edit and clone it. And I'm going to move that out of the way. And if you look, that's our clone curve. And this is our control curve. Well, I actually need these lines, so I'm going to move them over. So this is our control curve. That's what we're going to use to change it. But I want to rotate it. So I'm going to just take this and Control G, actually Control D to keep it together. And then I'm going to Control, well, I Control D, didn't I? Yeah, Control D, because I don't really have to group it. But then I'm going to move the rotation to the outside of that line. And I'm going to rotate it 45 degrees. Well, that didn't work. Okay, let me just start over. I always do that in case I mess up. I do have to group this together. Control G to group it so it will spin on that axis. So there's a little bit of tidbit. 45 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D. Now what we can do is I can take away all the lines, look like that. Now, if we put a background on it, like black, we can really see how that affects it. I'm going to go to Object Order, Back of Page. Now, if we take our clone and go back to our Interactive Fill tool, now watch this. Let's say I want it to go more of an angle like that and go across there. See, so you can get pretty different looks. Let's say if we wanted to go from like that center up. I don't know why that happened. If we wanted to go from that center straight up and have it, well, that doesn't look very good. Well, if you wanted to go from this end, which I actually did first, and then go over there, you get a total different look. But you could still add, more oranges because we're going such a long way. And see, that way it's kind of going from tip to tip. We put another orange. And at this time, you can do anything, with the clone tool. The further these are apart, the thicker the lines you're going to get. So if we move that up there, the line will just be thinner. And then you can always change your handle to get different degrees. I mean, look at that. That doesn't really help us in a clone, but I think the clone tool is cool because of the fact that you can really see it in real time. And let's say we're going to change that white to a purple. Now the clone has done that too, or a red, or a yellow, or whatever we want. And you can put multiple colors on your clone. That looks pretty cool. I might use that for the icon. Anyway, I hope that answered their question, and thank you for watching.